Okay. Everything's beginning and everything's on, and I think everything's okay.
Okay.
But if the audio sucks, then I'll just kill myself. I don't really know. It might be time to retire our TikTok microphones.
Yeah.
But we aren't balling, so I don't know how.
Right? Guys, Venmo this account below. if you wanna donate.
I know. I've seen other cheap ones, and it's like maybe it's time to upgrade.
I just feel like other cheap ones, is that really like changing anything? Like that's just like
well,
my
I don't
thought
think
process.
like equal price.
I
just mean like I'm not paying 100 per microphone.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But
let
I'm
me get a
just
duo
like,
set.
True. Yeah, true. I want my duo.
I want my duo. Yeah, basically, I don't know if the audio is better this week, but when I just listened, it seemed fine, so hopefully it is. And if you watched last week's episode, I love you.
Yeah, shout out, real ones.
Because I know it was bad. Oh, I didn't turn these lights on. Sorry, dark episode.
Ooh, moody episode.
Moody episode. I kind of like it. It's
yeah,
fun.
It's like a different vibe.
They also might not be plugged in because I was charging all my devices.
Oh, that's fine.
So we probably can't even turn them on if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Also, guys, welcome to Pretty and Petty podcast.
Yes. Hey.
Intro time. We decided, if you're a loyal fan, this is going to be jarring because we decided we're doing our podcast upside down and backwards today.
Oh yeah.
Because
reverse,
just for fun, reverse cowgirl.
Yeah, switching it up.
We just thought, like, why not? Like, I don't know.
You gotta fuck up the flow sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And it's like we're only 12 episodes in. We don't really have like concrete anything.
Yeah.
We've changed locations. We've changed themes. We've done everything.
Oh yeah.
So we might as well change the whole system.
And this is like soft launching like the big changes that will actually come in the future.
That's so true. So much is gonna change.
So y'all need to like be prepared.
And
be on your
like,
toes.
You guys have no idea how much research I put into the PP pod. So much behind the scenes work. And by research, I mean I send Kayla TikToks being like, should we do this on our podcast?
And then I go, yes.
And then Kayla says, yes. And then we don't do it.
Yeah.
So much labor. But yeah, basically, if you've never watched our whole podcast, near the end, we always do our crash outs of the week.
Oh,
and this time, we're starting with our crash outs. We're mad now.
Yeah.
And we just thought it would be more entertaining start to like complain, and then the rest can be sunshine and rainbows.
Yes.
So go ahead. Oh, she got emojis up in there.
Okay, guys, I've literally had like a week, and in my mind, it's like bad karma. So like this week was really like a wake up call because I was like, I need to lock in and like be like a genuinely like really, really, really good person.
Oh.
Because like there's no reason all these things should happen to me in like 1 week.
But
you
what
know
have
what
you done that was bad?
Cut this from the pod. Editor, censor this. And I think it's like haunting me. Like I literally, the $8 theft, like I think it's like haunting me. Like I just, because that like, I felt
I'm not
like,
cutting that.
No.
I'm keeping that in.
You need to, okay, just cut the first part. I don't want to get caught up. Cause like at first I was like, this is so fine. Like
I've almost done that before.
it's also, I've done like objectively worse things in life.
Okay,
that
I'm
are, like,
giving
worse.
them broad context.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, there's a place that I put Kayla on, okay?
Yes.
And also, this is a high income establishment. Like, they make lots of money.
It is. And, like, from people like us.
People like us are giving them lots of money.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, hint.
Yeah. Not too much hints. Not too much.
Hint, hint, hint.
No. Not too much. Not too much.
And the way it works is it's kind of food court style where you get your food and then you pay at the front.
Mm-hmm.
And Kayla went and ordered and then went to pay and no one was there.
Yeah. And I waited. Like
you waited too, so
Yeah.
I didn't because they showed up right away, but I've almost done this.
Yes.
Where like no one was there, so I was like, oh, I could just leave right now.
Yeah.
And then I took like 1 extra second and someone pulled up and then I was like, okay, I'll pay.
Yeah.
Because it's like $8.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
like
that deep.
allegedly did this.
Allegedly,
not
but also,
confirming
like,
and not denying.
When it's busy and there's so many other people there and like literally no one is taking your money, like that's their own bad.
Yeah, but I felt like really morally conflicted and like guilty about it. And I think,
you know, you're a good person.
yeah, it's also like that other time I did something and then I was like, I need to go to confession. Like, that is exactly how I felt about this. I was like, I need to go see a priest.
This is
I
good.
need to,
This is good.
like,
you're morally sound.
See, okay, I was telling this to someone where I was like, I genuinely don't understand how people like commit like real
Really bad
like
things.
crimes because I'm like,
this is why I think it's because they are so psychologically different.
Yeah.
That they have convinced themselves that it was right. Like they
Or
don't
they
think
just
it's
don't
wrong.
gaff. Yeah.
I always thought it was that they don't gaff, and I was like,
Yeah.
how can people do this? How can people do this? It's because they genuinely, I think it's because they think what they did is fine.
Yeah.
Like they think it's justified.
True.
And this goes back to what I said on, I think, the very first episode of like everyone justifies their own opinions.
Means to an end.
Yeah.
Machiavelli.
So then it's like you can't like be like, meow meow meow, how are you like this? It's because for some reason they are. Like they're conditioned in a way that they are.
Yeah.
So it's
true.
like,
yeah, that's also like
we're just not.
warms my heart because sometimes I have like these thoughts where I'm like, what if I'm like a serial killer, a pedophile? Like, what if I'm just one of these things and I just don't know it yet? But then like having this like extreme guilty conscience,
too
I'm
makes
like,
sure you're not.
okay, yeah, because like you never just lie awake at night and you're just like, what if one day it's me?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just been plaguing me now because I'm just like, what if I'm awful? I don't know.
Ooh.
These are my thoughts.
This is your protection.
Yeah, true.
It's like how I heard one time that like, you know, if you're like walking over a bridge and your brain is just like, I could just jump off right now.
Yeah.
And like I would just like,
yeah.
Apparently like this is just a theory, guys. Just a theory, don't sue me. Shane Dawson core.
Oh yeah.
It's like your brain protecting you from not doing it.
Is like having those thoughts.
Is like having, so maybe
Yeah.
like you're doing the same thing where you're like, what if I'm this, what if I'm this, what if I'm this, so
True.
then it's like you're obviously not.
So it's like I'm on the edge, but like
No,
my brain saved
no.
me. That's what I'm hearing.
It's like you'll never be because you're prepared.
Because I like have these
Yeah,
thoughts. Okay,
I
yeah,
think.
that's true.
Just a theory, guys, don't sue me.
yeah, I've never like.
Don't take any of my advice, by the way. Like
Yeah,
I'm a
true.
child.
Yeah.
I'm just a girl. I know
Okay.
nothing.
So painting the scene for you. Today is, what day is it today? Today's Saturday. So on Monday. So I don't like, if you're a real one and you've listened, you know this, but as I've mentioned before, like UCI, you need to take 12 units, which is like 3 4-unit classes typically to be a full-time student. And then none of the classes looked appealing to me. It's also like my last quarter here ever. So I was like, okay, like let me take like fun classes. So then I took 2 4-unit classes and 4 1-unit classes. All of these classes happen to be part of like the You Teach program at our school. And
I don't even know what that is.
it's just where undergrad students like teach a class. So like I had
I
like
did that.
third years teaching my class.
Oh.
Like yeah, they're teaching like because I know you taught too, but it's like they're like being the professor essentially.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Oh really?
But it was just for international students.
Oh,
only.
that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
So,
but
yeah.
yeah, and then like don't know why it literally says that, it probably says this somewhere really deep. I just don't look that far. But then like apparently you can only take 2 You Teach classes in your whole entire time at UCI.
Oh.
Yeah. So then
wait, that's super weird.
yeah, because why would you let me register for 4?
But also, why would that be a thing?
I don't know, because they're lame and greedy.
Because also, who cares if like you're not doing anything
That's
else?
what I'm
Like,
saying. Okay, yes.
Those
yes.
people probably need more people in their classes.
Yes.
So it's
And it's also like
this is why I'm crashing out.
yes, like because it's also like I don't really see it being harm because like it would also like the cap for these classes is like 14 people and then it's like when there's already 10 people and you're losing one, like I feel like it makes a really big difference. You know what I mean? Like it's just like then it's like
That's what, yeah.
You know
'cause
what I
my
mean?
class, when I taught a class, it was also really small. It was like
Yeah,
8 people.
yeah.
So like if someone
like was
dropped,
missing,
that
you
would've-
can tell.
I would know. And I knew
exactly.
by name.
And
like I was like, this person's
yeah,
not here.
because I feel bad because it was like week 1. So then like week 2, I go to see an academic advisor and I walk in and then it's like, there's like a front desk and then like there's a sign that says stop. So then I'm talking to the lady, but the lady was like, blah, blah, why are you here? And then I was like, I'm here to see an academic advisor. And she's like, walk in. And I was like, yes. And then she was like, so what's your problem? And like in my head, I was like, oh, this is like when the nurse comes and like talks to you before the doctor comes in and you give them like a really brief, like short explanation. So then I was just like, oh, I'm having like scheduling questions. And then she's just there like blank. And then I was like, oh, like, I guess this is my like academic advising, like me standing at the front desk. Weird, right? Yeah. So then I explained
I've only
to her.
met with my advisor once, and it was for study abroad, so I had to.
Oh yeah.
So like it was scheduled. Like
Yeah.
I've never done this.
Yeah,
and I
don't
think I did
know.
drop-ins on Zoom.
Also, like when I've gone for like the peer advising, like we get to like sit down at a table and like.
Yeah, I've only done peer advising on Zoom.
Oh, I see. But yeah, I was just like, okay, it's just me standing here talking to you behind a glass. Like, sure.
So odd.
It is so odd.
Because yeah, I've been in this room. I never talked about it. And then I went to a back room.
Exactly. I've been to a back room too.
I talked to her for 1 second, and then I went and saw my man Kurt.
Yes, literally. Okay, so then I'm talking to her, and then I was like, so I'm in 4 you teach classes, and like, I know you can only do 2. And then she was like, oh yeah, just pick your favorite 2 and drop them. And then I was like, right, but I'm already like fulfilled like everything I need to graduate. So it's like literally if I failed all my classes this quarter, I could still graduate. You know what I mean? Like I've already met all the like milestones I need. So then I was like, does it matter?
She got the last stone already.
Exactly. And then she was like and then she was like, it's gonna show up as like an unauthorized repeat on your transcript. And then I was like, yes,
I don't care though.
Yeah, I was like, but does this matter? And then she was like, if I were you, I just wouldn't do it. And then I was like, but why? And then she was just like, just don't do it. And then I was like, okay, have a good day.
I know when you told me like that they didn't fix it, I was expecting a real response.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna give me like a real reason, being like, oh, like it's really bad on your transcript because
or
like
something. It will show that you're not full-time, or like, you know, it'll come up wrong, like an actual reason. But she was just like, don't.
Yeah, she literally.
So then that made me mad for you.
Like she literally, like I'm quoting her. She was like, just don't do it. Like she straight up said those words to me, and then I was
that
like,
would anger me.
Yes, and then like I had like stuff to do before class, so I was like, right, I'm gonna go now. So that
and just standing at the glass would also just anger me, because then it's like, who are you? Who is you? Like little intern girl. Yeah, like you're just telling me I can't. Like no tea, no shade to her. Like maybe she's really smart, but like in my experience, all the front desk people are interns.
Yes, and I'm also just like, I don't know, like I thought I was gonna get like a little bit more from that than like a 10-second conversation.
I hate when that happens.
You know what I mean? I thought we were gonna like sit down and then they're gonna give me like.
I feel like that's how office hours have always been for me too.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, and then my professor's really gonna like me, and then I go, and it's like for 30 seconds.
Yeah, and then I'm
just
like,
leave now.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
Blink. Yeah. Okay, so then that happened, and then literally, I don't know when the second thing happened. Actually, I have the receipts. I can see, but this really angered me, and it's like kind of dumb because like nothing, like it's just like a minor inconvenience if anything, but just the principle of it pissed me off. I just checked. It happened Tuesday. So then on Tuesday, I'm just sitting there, and then I get this text from my bank, and they're like, we just canceled a $1,000 395 charge. Sorry, $1,395 charge. My bad. And then they're like,
so much money.
Yes. And
that's rent
also,
right there.
It's also, you didn't need to cancel that. If whoever stole my like money, they didn't steal any money. I'll get to that. But like if whoever was trying to use my card to buy it, bought it, it would have canceled. I do not have that much. And
but it would have taken what you had if they didn't cancel it.
Oh, really?
It would have gone into negatives.
But it's just like a debit card. Like, can you do that on a debit card?
If it was like a wire, maybe. Because if I Venmo someone and I have 0, it'll go negative.
Really?
Because my Venmo comes out of my checking, and sometimes I don't have any money in my checking, and it will go negative.
But see, I only have a checking, no savings. So I'm just like, that's literally all the money I have.
I think it would have gone negative in a checking.
Really? Okay, well, good thing they stopped it.
Yeah, they said this was not you, girl.
Yeah, they were like, if this
you would never.
Yeah, they said, if this was you, text yes. If it wasn't, text no. So then I said no. And then they were like, okay, you should check your bank for other charges, and we canceled your card and we'll send you a new one. And then I checked my bank, and there was like a purchase for like $13 in Ohio. So Ohio, I'm done with you. You dropped, forgotten. I hate them. I hate them. But then like it got refunded. So like literally they took 0 money from me.
Yeah,
but it's just
like,
an
inconvenience.
I'm just like, why would you do that to me?
And then just not having a card and then having to reset up your Apple Pay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Because that's like another debacle is like now I have like no way of spending money. Like I've just been like living through the good graces
you could
of
also
time.
Not take it out because you can't put your card in.
Exactly. So I have just been living on like Not like,
yeah, what if you need gas?
yeah, like I would just have to ask Ty to pay for it and pay him back like later when I can. But yeah, I've literally just been living off like my EBT money, which thank God it like reloaded on the 9th, because then I literally ran out of groceries. Like I wouldn't have food. So at least I have food, and like Ty's really nice, so he like buys me matcha still. Yes, because I need my treats.
Yeah,
Hello?
financial advice from us: get a boyfriend.
Oh God. Oh God. Shout out Ty. So yeah.
Chivalry's not dead.
Oh yeah.
Make your boyfriend buy you matcha.
Oh yeah. He get himself a coffee while he's there. Like, come on.
I was gonna say I sugar mamaed you today too. Like you're just full of sugar mamas, but our Dutch Bros was free. Shout out Dutch Bros Fountain Valley.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so then that happened, and I was like actually crashing out. Like, you guys can ask Ty if you know him like that. But I was like,
text Ty. Here's his number.
I was like shaking my fist and going like, "Ooh, I'm so mad," because I was like, "Why would they do that to me? Like,
Why
what
would
did
they
I?"
do that?
Because like, it's not even like I lost my card or like someone stole my card. Like, I don't even know how they got the information. Because also,
Yeah, because you
don't-
still have the card. That's kind of what
Yes.
confuses me too.
And also, I haven't even been on like sus sites buying things, because not gonna lie, one time 2 years ago, I saw this ad on Instagram for pink
that's how they get you,
Birkenstocks.
right? On the Instagram ads.
Yeah,
They steal your
but then
info.
they just charged me $30, and I just never got Birks. But that was it.
Yeah,
so
because
then I was
my
like,
mom
okay.
did something similar, or she bought something and then she never got an email or anything. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Mom, did you buy it on Instagram?" And she was like, "Yes."
Okay,
And then she was like,
yeah.
"But it didn't work, so I bought it twice." But then it came twice.
Oh,
It just took forever.
Shout out
But
them.
I was like, "Mom,"
because in my before.
because I just don't believe it.
Yeah,
the
I
ads.
didn't
I
know
know because
that.
I didn't think Instagram could scam me.
That's
before
what I'm
either,
saying.
Until I heard
thought
about
it was legit, but then Ty was like, anyone can buy an ad on Instagram.
Literally, I
and
didn't
then
know
I was
this
like,
either. Like, literally, I
ooh.
think one of my YouTube white boys told me, like, shout out Danny or like Curtis or Drew for like telling me that like a lot of them are scams.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that. I just thought like, especially because of like it being a company, I thought maybe they had to proof it. Like, I didn't think you just put an ad on something like Instagram.
New side hustle. I'm scamming people on Instagram.
I feel like I've talked before about how I hate scammers and I don't get it. But maybe not on the pod, maybe just
like,
to you.
yeah, I agree, because
I think this is when we went to Yard House and you and Ty were crashing out about scammers. We were like, how do they have the audacity
No, because how?
to just call me up and scam me? Like, how?
Because also, like, I'm like, did they like get my voice from like me picking up like one of those like
I know, right?
random calls?
I always heard that too, that you're not even supposed to answer.
That's why I don't speak, and then it's just like silence, and then I hang up. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then my
is even
final
more.
thing, which hopefully is like the last crash out, because bad things happen in threes, and this is 3. So
Yeah, and the
hopefully-
week's over.
Yeah. Praying, guys, please. I literally
Stop
feel like
letting me
I
having
need,
minor
like, I
inconveniences.
need like contrition. Like, I need to like pay for my sins for like, I don't know.
For the theft.
Like,
Take me away,
allegedly.
officer.
Alleged.
Take me away.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of mean sometimes too. I don't know. I just need to be nice. Like, I just need to lock
Actually,
in.
I don't think this about you, but I do like that you're on this journey because I think it's a
Thanks.
good journey to have.
Yeah,
Like,
I've just
you
been
can be on
so,
your nice
like
era.
this was like just so like wake up call where I was like, I need to lock in, do some community service, help a stranger, but also I'm kind of scared of helping strangers because like that's how the male serial
Also,
killers
like,
get you.
I had premonition once. I think it was just like in the beginning of college. I was trying to meet people. I was trying to be nice, where I would just like compliment people. And I remember vividly, like, not a bad experience, but just an awkward experience. And then I just kind of stopped doing it.
Yeah,
Because I was like, that was so awkward. Why did I like say that to that person?
Yeah.
And it was like literally just a nice thing, but it was just so awkward after.
I know what you mean. And then it discourages
And then it
you.
discouraged me, so I get it.
Yeah. But literally yesterday, guys, this happened yesterday. I was going somewhere. I won't say because it's embarrassing. And then I stopped in the parking lot. And then also, I feel like this was part of the karma because there was like a liquor store, but it was, I kid you not, the only spot in this tiny ass parking lot. But there was a sign that said like liquor store, customers only, like tow away, you know? But then I was like, I'll literally be in the store for like 30 seconds or less. So then I go, lock
really
my car.
funny.
Yes. See, I'm telling you, like, this is my karma.
That was instant.
Like, yeah. Yes.
Wait, get to the point.
Okay,
Don't let me confuse
sorry,
you guys.
Sorry. So then I go back to my car, and then like Harper's just texting me. So then I was texting her, and then I was trying to start my car, but it like wouldn't start. But like not like it wouldn't even make like the engine noise. It like I just turned it, and then on like my little car screen it just said not ready to drive. And
Like,
then like
meaning what?
I don't know.
Like why would your car
Toyota
say
count
that?
your days.
Like why would it say that? That's your whole function.
Right?
That's like if you made a phone call and it was like not right now.
Yeah.
You can't call right now.
But like this has happened to me like one time before, and then I just like kept trying, and it eventually like worked. But then I kept trying it, and then it didn't work. And then since I was already texting Harper, I like FaceTimed her because like she knows more about cars than I do. And like
I'm just all my friends' boyfriends.
You
They always just
are.
think I know stuff that I don't.
I like yes, like yes. I'm
Like all my friends boost my ego because they're always like, Harper, what should I do? I'm like, how would I fucking know?
Literally though,
Like,
because
I don't
every time I come into like actually serious trouble, I'm like Harper will know what to do and say. You know what I mean? And then like if you think something's okay, like it puts my mind at ease. You know what I mean? I'm like I could feel so guilty, but then like you being like that's okay, I'd be like okay, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah. Like I don't know, I just see you so like I look up to you.
Thanks.
So then I was like, what do I do? And then she was like trying to help me, and then but like it just didn't make sense because like you guys are gonna be like your battery was dead, blah blah. No, it wasn't
No,
because
that's
my
my first
lights
thing.
still worked. Yeah. And then like I was like, let me check the app because like if something's wrong with my car, it shows up like in the app. Like you know, like if I have low tire pressure, like the app will tell me, and then it's like refill. And then like everything looked fine on the app. I was like, there's no like big like something's wrong. And then I was just like, should I just call the roadside assistance people? And then she was like, yeah. So then
I know. I was like on Google, like I was being IT,
Yeah.
like I was like typing
No,
stuff up,
literally.
and like it
You
was
were
all,
roadside
yeah, I was being roadside, and it was just like your battery's dead, and I was like, but it's not.
Yeah.
And then it was like telling like the thing about the key because that happened with my old car, but my old car was just like a key, like you just put your key in the car.
Yeah.
Like you have like the kind that has the lock button in the battery. Mine was straight up just a key, so there's
Yeah,
no battery, and like you had to like actually crank it, and if
Yeah.
you didn't crank it hard enough, it would only turn on like the battery, only the lights.
Yes.
So that's what I was asking Kayla if like for some reason that could be the case, but it's like your car doesn't even do that because it's like a
No.
smart key, but you still have to turn it, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
'Cause my new car, I don't put the key in it. There's not even a place to put the
Yeah. You just push to start.
I just push the
Yeah.
start. So I'm like, I don't understand how it's like an in between push the start and key. Like,
yeah.
it's very weird to me.
It is. Yeah, because why is the remote attached to the
Hayden's
key
car is like that,
itself?
too.
Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, so then I call the person, and then they were just basically like, you're gonna have to get your car towed to the dealership, and like the mechanic's gonna have to look at it. And then I was like, okay, but like, does this happen to like a lot of other people? Like, are there really like no other solutions like we can work out right now?
Like, should I try something real quick?
Right, because I just thought like getting your car towed is just like so extreme.
Also, I don't even think the dealer would be open.
No, I googled and they closed at 9.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was like 8:45.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like they probably wouldn't do anything.
No,
even if
they would've
even if
just-
it needed a battery, it would have just sat there.
Exactly.
And someone would have had to come get you.
Exactly. Yeah. So then like the late and like not even well, maybe a little, but not to her, to like the like system as a whole,
for not
because
having
like
that.
she was just basically like, I'm not a mechanic, like I like being like, I don't really know how to help you, like
She
this
was
is the
definitely
only
just
solution.
like HR person.
Yeah, she was just like literally like a phone caller person. But then I just think that doesn't make sense, because if it's roadside assistance, wouldn't you think it's like someone
she should
who,
have
like,
at least she should have like a manual in front of her, and she can be like, let me look,
Especially
and then
for,
she could
like-
flip to like car
yeah.
not turning on or like
Because
something.
it's like-
not ready to drive notification. What does it mean? Like,
because this isn't even like a real issue where there was something like faulty hardware in my
Yeah.
car. Like it wasn't like that. It was literally just like dumb. But then like that just made me okay. Also, guys, she asked me like what my odometer was at, and I felt like. Also, you guys know the way I talk. Like, do I sound like someone who knows what an odometer was? So then I was like, I'm
do
so,
I sound?
do I
mean,
like
yeah, you-
no,
you-
I don't.
you-
Like,
you ate
no.
that up,
And then she was just like, and then I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. And she was like, how many miles does your car have? And I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot. But also like, okay, it also made me feel better, because every single person I told this to, they were like, why didn't she just say that? And I'm like, thank you. Because why didn't she?
I mean, yeah. Like, why didn't she just be like, oh, it's how many miles does your car?
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. Like she didn't need the tone.
Yeah, Yeah, like, I don't know.
And you being like, I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. She could have been like,
oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, you're already distraught. You're in your car and it's not turning on and it's 9 p.m.
Like,
and you're clearly feminine.
Yeah.
So it's like she got a girly little voice.
Like, yes, I feel bad because, like, she's just doing her job and, like, I'm just some girl, like, being bratty and whining about it. But that's also, true. Like, I was just, like, really stressed, like, in the situation because it's like, hello, your car's not starting and you're not at home. Like, that's just stressful. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, if you were at home, you'd just gone back inside.
Exactly. And I would have been like,
no, when you called me, I just assumed you were in your house. So I thought you were in your driveway. Yeah.
No.
So that's why I was like, where are you? And then you told me and I was like, oh. I thought you were like trying to go somewhere.
Yeah, no.
You'd been texting me, so I was like, she's
in
her bed.
I was just already out. And then I was like, okay. So then I like call my parents just to like let them know what's going on. And then I also feel really bad about this part because I know my parents are just like trying to help me.
Yeah.
But it's also like, you know, since it's like my parents, like I get annoyed with them, especially just because of like our history. Like it's my mom and my dad. But then my dad was just like, have you tried doing this? And then I'm like, yeah, I tried that like 10 times.
I always say that to my mom because I always try and fix the problem before I present it to my mom, and then she's just saying like, did like my computer having issues, like did you turn it off? Oh
like, yes, I restarted it. Yes, I put it in rice.
And it's like, this is so baby to complain about, but it's like, bruh.
No, I know what you mean. But it's literally like,
it's just so frustrating in the moment and like does not matter.
Yes. Like if literally any other person on the world was like that, I'd react differently. But since it's like my parents, like I just get fed up with them so easily. And I feel really bad about it because I'm sure they're stressed too. Like their daughter's stranded in a parking lot. But they were also being annoying because they were like, it's 9 p.m. Like, are you somewhere safe? Like, if you don't feel safe, go into the restaurant. And I'm like, okay, I will. Like, it's Irvine. Like, I'm fine. But whatever. So then I hang up and then I'm like texting Ty and he's at work. And then he was just like, I was like, Harper's on the way. Like, I'm okay. And then he was like, does she have jumper cables? And I'm like, that's not the issue. But like, thank you for trying. And then he was like, you can like call my dad if you want. And then I was like, sure. Like, let's see.
I thought about calling Cole, but then you were like, I'm calling roadside. So I was like, I won't call Cole.
Yeah.
But then roadside didn't help. So
exactly. So then I call his dad, and then also like, sorry guys, this is a long story.
I know, this is a long crash out about nothing. Like everyone watching this is gonna be like, girl, calm down. Like literally nothing happened.
Guys, I'm sorry. I just love to complain.
Piper and White Lotus.
We are giving Piper, and like I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that these problems are literally nothing compared to what's going on. But that's the whole point of our
crash out of the week is like it's just what made us crash out.
Yeah, and then like okay. His dad.
This is a safe space to rant, okay? Leave your comments
guys,
somewhere else.
Please,
this is a safe space to rant. I know you guys are ranting to your best friends. Let us do it too.
It's my first time on this planet too.
It's my first time living.
Okay, but then like his dad has like a Google like virtual assistant. Like when you call it, like it doesn't automatically pick up. It's like the virtual assistant. And then it was like, what's the reason for this call? And I was like, car troubles. Like just patch me through to the man. Like just let me talk to a
representative.
Yeah.
And it's Ty's dad.
Yeah. And then like I tell him the whole issue, and then he was like, eventually he was like, oh, like try locking your car and like unlocking it. And then it only works for like the driver's door. So I was like, fuck, another issue. Like, damn. And then he was like, okay, try starting it now. And it worked.
Crazy.
And then I felt so bad because Harper was like literally on her way.
I was like 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
So close.
And then I was like, hey,
girly, don't hate me.
Yeah.
I didn't really care. I wasn't doing anything.
I just like felt bad because it was just like, bruh, like it was a really simple solution, but I never would have like thought
it's just
to
like
do
not
that.
your fault, so it's like whatever. And also like you sitting in a parking lot by yourself would have fucking sucked for like an hour,
right?
And like not that Irvine's sketchy, but it's like it's sitting in a parking lot by yourself, kind of scary.
It's also, I felt so weird because I was in like the liquor store spot, and the employees kept
kind
looking
of awkward,
at me,
yeah.
and then they're like, she hasn't gone in her store,
and it just feels like weird.
Yeah, but yeah. So those were my crash outs. That was my week, guys.
Little mini rant time, long tangent, mini rant.
Sorry,
that was
guys.
half an hour, but you know what? what?
Sorry,
if you don't want to hear us
guys.
complain, you're in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Because it's literally called Pretty and Petty. Like,
True.
sorry, we have petty little problems. We're just your girl.
Guys, comment down below what my contrition should be. What should I do to like
Everyone,
free myself?
Like, use our comment section as a place to rant as well.
For real. Tell me what, like, give
Tell
me
us
your
petty
car
problems that you feel
troubles.
stupid ranting about, because honestly, safe space.
Yeah.
Now moving on to my crash outs, you reminded me of having one because of when you talked about your credit card fraud, because my only other one was like a little bit more drama, a little bit less petty, a little bit more serious. So let me start with my more silly one. It's not silly for me, but it's silly in the fact that, like, why does this happen? Last year, someone filed taxes as me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a job. Well, I did. I had a job with school, so I made like less than minimum wage. I made like nothing from that job, and nowhere near enough to file taxes. But I still like did the little form they sent me, and like they were just like, you don't have to file taxes.
Yeah.
So I was like, period. But then someone did it as me,
which is crazy.
I didn't file taxes. My mom filed me as a dependent, but then this person said they were me, used my social, and then was like, I made $60K. And so then my mom didn't get her tax return.
Yeah.
So then, like, literally all year, she was so financially bad, like, comparatively for her. Like, it sucked for her a lot.
I swear it's like her up. Like someone
literally.
just, because it doesn't, like, it affects you, but like it affects her.
It affected
way
her.
More, yeah.
And then guess what, guys? This year I do have to do taxes because I had a job and I made enough money.
Yes.
And I went to file and someone already did.
Yeah. It's
as
the same
me.
op.
But now they got a new job. It's not like, because they only tell you like the building that it's filed in. Like it doesn't say their name. Like tax information is really private. So it just says the social, which is mine, and then says like the building they work, and now it's a new one.
Crazy.
And I'm like, who is you?
op.
Who is you, and why are you filing
Girl,
taxes?
I'm her
so now I have to like go physically to a tax office.
Yeah.
I can't do it online because someone already said they did as me.
That's like, I don't even know how you like
And I don't know how that would benefit you in any way.
Yeah.
Because now you're committing tax evasion because you didn't file taxes. I did. So like if Kayla filed her taxes as me, the IRS would be after her because they'd be like, you didn't
exactly
pay your taxes. But she just did as me. So it's like, who is doing that? Because IRS get them.
For real. Y'all.
That's 2 years in a row that they tried to be me.
Yeah, I swear it's like your theory of like how their social security number
just
is like
really
slightly
similar.
off. Yeah, like I think that, or like your mom has just made like a really powerful enemy. Like I don't know. Like
know,
these are
maybe.
the only two things
But
that
then
like
I
make
was
sense
like,
to me.
I'm confused because I'm sure I don't know what my dad's up to because and now all of a sudden he makes a lot of money and I think he's done a lot of schemy things with his taxes. But I assumed he was also filing me as a dependent because I genuinely do receive money from my dad. Shout out my dad.
Yeah.
But I he never said anything to me. Like he wasn't like, why'd you make $60K? Because that would have affected him if he filed me as a dependent. But maybe both parents can't.
I don't really know.
I don't really know anything about taxes. Clearly, I've done taxes once and someone else did it as me twice.
Yeah.
So I know nothing and I've been kind of crashing out, especially because like taxes are like really soon now. Yeah. Because I also didn't think I had to file.
Due in like 3 days.
Yeah. I didn't think I had to file, so I was like just chilling, not doing anything. And then I was like, oh, wait, I do, because I forgot that this job was like, because it ended before this year, and I forgot that's how taxes work because I've literally never done them. Sorry, I'm just a girl. And I was like, oh, I do have to do my taxes. And then I couldn't. So then that was just a whole crash out, and I forgot about it until you said that. So that's still annoying.
Oh, yeah.
And then my other crash out. Oh, my other crash out has just been, of course, the president.
Oh, yes.
Because I don't know if, like, for some reason you're new here, if you've never watched this, if, like, for some reason, like, I feel like we keep ending up, especially on TikTok, on the wrong side. Yeah. And if for some reason, like, two gays who have a social science degree from a California, like, institution is confusing you politically, like... and like you don't agree with us and that triggers you, like that was your time to leave.
Yeah, unsub.
Because I'm really angry and I've been really mad recently just because like, well, okay, I was really happy at the beginning of the week because I saw a post about all the things that Trump said he was doing, and then they all got like blocked. Like most of them got blocked, and I was like, yes, shout out the courts, shout out checks and balances for working. But this new thing called the SAVE Act. Oh my God. I sent you a TikTok about it. So angry. And it just reminded me, if you don't really know anything about it, I'm not going to take like time to explain. It's very easy to Google, but basically it's just a new like voting precaution like act. And like it's basically, it only affects people that have changed their name, which is primarily women who have been married and non-binary people who have changed their name or transitioned. Yeah. So it's very discriminatory. And it just reminded me, shout out back to my mom, about not only is she dealing with filing me as a dependent twice problems, she also has to get a real ID. And since she was married to my dad and changed her name, she has to bring her marriage certificate. And then I've been crashing out about that recently because that's just a problem that once again is only affecting marginalized people. Like my dad was also married and he doesn't have to do that. He can just pull up with his license. My mom can't pull up with her license. She also has to have all these other documents. And now it's the same with voting. And like, a lot of people have a passport. I think only 12% of America or something has a passport. And a marriage license doesn't count as a change for the SAVE Act. So it's like, if you're married, I generally don't know what you're supposed to do. So yeah, I'm like, what are you supposed to do? They didn't list that as like a thing. It didn't say like bring your marriage, like it doesn't say that anywhere. So like, I'm really confused. If you change your name, like that, you're cooked. Like I don't know. I'm like, who is it saving? Like no one. Like Republicans. I don't know. Like I just like the name. Like I don't know. But then I had another saving grace because I just saw an account I followed was interviewing a congressman, and who's a California congressman, and he like was talking about it, and he was using such simple terms and saying how it was bad, and I was like, I love you. And because also I think that's a big problem with politics is. Lots of times I don't think people can understand. And I think you should have a professional setting. But I think like if you're a congressman on social media, you need to like sit and talk to a camera in the way that Bernie Sanders does. Definitely. Because it's like you can't be throwing these words because then it's the same disconnect that already exists of like only educated people know what's going on. So it's like I really liked his video. I liked his little TikTok and it was like so easy to understand. I was like, yes. It's also like if you're on social media, like you're trying to reach like everyone and it's like not everyone like knows all the terms. They don't know like the acts. Like you can't just be throwing around numbers. Like I don't even know that and I'm pre-law. Like I don't know all this. You have to make the information like really accessible for it to actually reach people. Like at your professional settings, in your debates, in like the Congress room, when use correct terminology on social media. Like maybe water it a little bit. Like so when you're trying to reach like average civilian, like especially young people, especially if you're like 18, is your first time voting. Like you need to like Google all of the things because I do think like you should be like doing your research before you vote, obviously. But it's like let's be honest. But the research should be easy to do. Exactly. Because even those pamphlets were hard. Literally when I was in line waiting, reading about the acts, I was like, they say this so confusingly because they do it on purpose. They want to sway a certain way. And also now that the DEI is gone, like what about these immigrants who like don't know English, like leaving like for our specific majors, I think is so interesting. Well, okay, a lot of that got blocked actually of like you can't say the terms. But if that did pass and like you couldn't say terms, like our classes would be so dumb. It'd be bleep. Yeah, bleep, it would just be like bleep. Redacted. Like oh my gosh, literally my whole class. Like I literally took a class that was like gen and sex, like in post-colonial America or something. And it's like it would have just said America. Like it would just be like a bunch of black bars on the reading, like how they do the CIA. Literally. Information you literally redacted. And I was like, bruh. But yeah, I've just been crashing out about a lot of things, and I'm just back on my. Back into being a nerd about politics again. And I'm kind of upset about these people that are ignorant in the way where I'm kind of envious of them because I'm like, either they're of a place of privilege and they don't care, but then they also don't have empathy. Like, because I'm like, even when these things don't have to do with me, like I'm not transgender and I care so much. So I'm like, why? Like, do you guys not know a single person that's not a white man? Like, why are you not sad? Like low-key, no. Like to answer your question, they probably don't. It's not even affecting anyone in your life. Like you're not even like, dang, I'm kind of sad because my cousin, like, or like my friend, like not even empathy.
No. No, baby. No, baby.
This is why I'm crashing out. Yeah, that was my crash out, and wow, it was so long. We had so much to say.
Oh, yeah.
We had so much. This is like a rant podcast.
I feel like this whole episode could literally just be like crash outs and hyperfixations because I feel like I have so much to say about one of my hyperfixations.
Yeah, well, we're moving on because we got to lighten the mood up. So go ahead and talk about your hyperfixation.
Okay, so first of all, my one of my biggest hyperfixations right now is like my professor for my Asian American literature and film adaptations class, because she is just so fire. I was telling you about her, like she's just lived so many lives, like she's made documentaries.
I love when they have lore.
Yes,
that's
and it's
how
also
I wanna be.
Like when I signed up for this class, like it was in like the Asian American like section, so I thought it was going to be primarily that, but it's like a film class, and I really love that because like I am like a film enjoyer.
I really like when they overlap like that. I took a lot of classes like that where it was like it was this, but then when I took it I was like, whoa,
yeah, but like
awesome.
I've never really thought about like the cinematography of it all, you know what I mean? Like I've never thought about that POV, and like this class, like it's it's in the worst building ever. I have to walk all the way across campus
into the parking lot.
Yes, and into a different parking lot that I can't park at because pay to win.
Pay to win, sure. And the tickets of that lot so expensive. I parked there before.
Yeah,
I took my chances and it did not end
like
well.
A police officer like writing someone like a real ticket, like not even like the UCI police.
I think because like it's gotten too.
They don't play. Yeah,
because no one parks. That lot's always empty.
Yeah,
because no one has that permit.
Yeah, like not even like
let me in,
right? Yeah. But it's just such a cool class, and like Miss Girl has no slides. There's like a whiteboard, but like
which always stresses me out when they don't have slides.
But like she's just such a good lecturer.
Yes.
Like I don't even know how. Like literally, like I see a text and then like I'll respond and then I get like sad because I'm like, dang it, I missed what she said.
Aww.
And like I just love it so much. And you know it's good when like I'm literally like one of the readings I read it before class, and then like when we were discussing it I was like, whoa, I totally didn't pick up on this. So then I went back home and reread it again. Like I did my readings twice. Isn't that crazy? And like she's just so cool. Like I've literally been stalking her on the internet. I'm like, where'd you go to school?
I did that about my law professor too.
I just like love her, and like this has just like brought into like a new perspective of like film for me. And also
that's how I felt when because I volunteered at a film festival for people who don't know my lore.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I felt too. And I just like met a bunch of people who like I wouldn't have met at school.
Yeah.
Because I don't know any film majors. Yeah. So I was like, this was like really cool experience.
It's also the film classes, because I've tried to take them. They're all like restricted.
Yeah.
So it's just like you can't really even like tap
That's how I felt about college. I was always so excited, and I used to be a dancer, so I was like so excited to take dance, and it's like everything was restricted. Yeah, it was like so hard.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the arts majors are just like really strict.
I think because people want to just take them for fun.
Yeah, but it's like you kind of gotta lock in.
I know.
But yeah,
I'm
like
jealous.
The amount of like storytelling that can be told through like just like shots and like zoom ins and close ups, like that. Like I was just like, wow, I've never thought of this.
I know. I got so into that like last summer when I was like, because I was helping with reviewing for like the films. Yeah. So then I had to really lock in, and then I was like, wow, this is awesome. Because like, and then I became pretentious film bro, and then I put Kayla on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, because like I don't know, like when I'm watching something, I'm there for like the content, you know?
Yeah, which is also valid. That's like how we listen to music differently too.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's like one of my biggest hyperfixations, because I just love her, and like also all the like stories we read, like they're just like so amazing and beautiful, and it's also just like it's like challenging me in like a way that I really like, because it's like again, like when I read something, I'm reading for like plot content, but then like for the story we were reading this week, it was like written by a Japanese woman like after they got released from like the concentration camps post World War II, and then she had to write under like an alias because like obviously like it's in a time where like Asian hate was like low-key peak, especially for Japanese people. So then it was like she couldn't say a bunch of things because like that just wasn't like, you know, like that just wasn't chill. So then we were focusing on like what wasn't said, and I was like, dang, like there's so much she didn't say, and it says so much. And I was just
nerds.
Yeah, I was just geeking
not
over
in, like,
it.
the pick me gross way. I was just thinking of this of like me and Kayla always say we're nerds, and we don't mean like we're like other girls. We like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like it's like in the way where like she's saying this, and I'm like I want to go to school.
Yes.
Like I'm like, can I take it?
No,
like let me in.
You need to come with me, but come early because literally the seats like fill up. Like some boy had to sit on the floor the other day.
I'll sit on your lap.
Oh, I don't know full fit. It's literally like
it's the attached ones. I'll sit on the table.
Yeah, perfect. Because at first day of school, I sat in the back. Second day of school,
I'm front row.
Sat front row. I was like, I need to hear Miss Girl.
That's
yeah.
us.
And like, I just get so excited to go to that class. Like,
I really like that you have this mentality, because me and one of my roommates was just talking about this too, about how it's like you are physically paying to go to these classes.
Right? Shouldn't you want
And it's like no one goes, and it's like literally, like I've never been like that. The only time I missed a class is like when I was really sick, or when it was one of those classes that was like a GE and it was so optional.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I can get an A and not go.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like all the classes I signed up for that I wanted to take that were for my major, I was there, and I was on time, and I was early, and I was front row, and like because I
like
genuinely love it. It's like, guys, pick a major you love. Like if you right now watching are picking your major for school next year, if you're a senior in high school and you're like, what am I gonna do when I get to college? Like meow, like literally just take one of each class, because it's not going to affect you. You will not, unless you're like a STEM major and you're for sure doing that, like you're for sure like pre-med or like a chemist or like something that has a very or an engineer, something with a really strict path. Literally like go in and take GEs that are all so different.
Exactly. And
so that you can taste them all out.
Yeah, don't be scared to be undeclared, because that's why I was. And like, don't feel pressured. Yeah. Because if you're like, I'm going to do this major because it will make me rich, trust me, and that like, mindset will not get you anywhere.
Because it's April, like you might have already done that and it's too late, and you just got accepted into
you can change it, girl.
Something you can change it. And also like I was a sociology major when I joined like UCI, and I didn't take a single sociology class. Yeah. Because I was like, that's not going to be my major. That's just like what I got in for. So then I just took other stuff. Like you don't have to do that. Like, and your counselors are going to give you advice. They're telling everyone the same thing. It's copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. They don't actually care. Yeah. For your freshman year, because they have to talk to everyone.
Exactly.
So they're just saying copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Like, take this is what I think you should take. And it's like, you don't have to listen. It'll be so okay. Your first quarter or semester, it's so okay. Yeah. If you take stuff that that doesn't matter. You won't be behind.
Yeah. Literally. It's also, if you're behind, that's okay.
You can always just take one extra class.
Like you can do it during summer. Like
summer
you can do
school's
community
expensive,
college.
but it's like you can make it work. Yeah. Like I took summer school. It like was really expensive, but then I just got a job and everything was fine. And they were online, so I didn't have to pay for rent.
Exactly.
So it kind of evened out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I recommend. Is that all your hyperfixation?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. I had one more.
Oh, okay.
The song Unforgettable, French Montana. Ooh. So fire. So fire.
Wait, love, I didn't write I did write media, but not in the same way. Okay, I also wrote before I put my hyperfixation that this is like so juxtapositioned of like what I just talked about. Like I was like, this is so funny of like how morally like sound all of that was of my crashing out comparatively to what I'm about to talk about, because this is my disclaimer, is I am so aware that like reality TV and like influencers and all of this is not necessary in society, okay? Yeah. I get how stupid it is, but in the world we live in now, I am in love with it. I am so obsessed right now with Coachella. Oh yeah. And all the outfits, and I watch all the videos and I stay forever, and I just like yearn for it, and I don't even want to go. Yeah, just living through them. I just like I liked one, and it's like my whole thing. Yeah. And I'm dying for everyone on these hills. Like everyone is like talking about James Charles' outfit, how it was so bad. I'm like riding for my man's. Like I am like I haven't even not too much on James, because he ate down, and like you didn't see his get ready with me. Like this took him hours to achieve. Like what are you saying? And then it was like someone was talking about Alex Earl, and I was like, this is what Coachella is. What do you mean you don't like her outfit? Like she is the blueprint of Coachella outfit. Like I'm like riding for these people. And it's like I hate influencers, and like we're trying to be influencers. Like literally, like I need to stand up. Then also another not needed thing. Does not matter. No one should be this rich, but I am so obsessed with the Kardashians. Yes. Because here's the tea about the Kardashians, guys, is I grew up to hate them. I was like conditioned that like they're stupid and they're rich for no reason. And this was before like TikTokers, everyone was rich for no reason. Like all the famous people I knew were famous for a reason, and like they weren't.
Yeah, they were kind of like OG in my mind.
And I remember I played the Kardashian game. Like it was kind of like episode, I think. I don't really remember, on my phone, and I loved it. Me and my best friend loved it.
Y'all know about Kimoji?
And her mom was picking us up from school, and she was like, oh, I don't want you playing the Kardashian game. Like, it is so stupid. Like, they do not need any more money. Like, she's literally famous for doing nothing. And then I was, like, conditioned to believe that to be true. Because, duh, like, authority figure. And then the first season of Kardashians came out. I don't know how long ago. 2022, maybe.
Yeah.
I ate that up. And then I forgot about it. And then I think it was recently when I was with you and you, like, brought it up. And I was like, I'm starting it again.
Yes.
And I'm literally already on season 3. Like, I watched the first like 2.5 seasons like that. I love them so much. I love them. Like, they are so iconic. Like, all of them, like, I ride for them too. Like, not too much on my girls. Because it's like, they're all like always crashing out. I mean, not really all of them. Like, literally just Chloe is like crashing out about people hating her. And I'm like, they are just so jealous of
Kendall
you.
is always talking about how she got anxiety.
I mean, that too. Because she's quirky.
Not too much on my girl Chloe now. Not too
and
much.
then I asked Kayla in the car what she thought her Sun, Moon, and Rising was. And so these are mine. So I think that I'm a Kim Sun.
Which is facts.
And then I think I'm Kendall Rising.
That's also true.
And I think I'm a Courtney Moon.
Yeah. Okay.
And I love them all. Like, literally every scene. Like, I was watching with my brother, and he was like, well, I had it on. My brother was there because it was when I was home. And he was like, what is the show even about? And I was like, them.
Their lives.
And he was like, it's so boring. Like, they're just like going to an event and then like sitting around and talking about. And I'm like, and I love it. And their personalities are so funny.
Yes. It's also the show, like, since it's like, it comes out like way later than the actual things happen. So I like getting like the behind the scenes.
Yeah, because that's what I was
mean?
telling him too. Because I was like, this is also old, so I already know all the tea. But I was like, it also comes out so long ago, where it's like, this isn't surprise. Like, they like weren't telling us like, the baby's name, and it's like, I already know the baby's name.
Exactly.
But okay, give me your Sun, Moon, Rising.
So I'm definitely a Chloe Sun, or not Chloe, Courtney Sun. That is just so me. If y'all know me, you know. And then my moon, I'm a Chloe Moon, because like how she rides for her sisters and like how she cares for them, like that's just me, you know. And then I think I'm a Chris Rising.
I agree with that. I think you could be a Chris. I think you could be a Chris Rising or a Kim Rising.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, and I think like if you guys don't know us, this is your first time watching us, and you know the Kardashians, then now you know us.
Yeah, that's
I think
facts.
We clocked our tea so fast.
I've like done that like on my like spam posts where I was like doing it with movies, and we should do that next time.
Yeah, because that'll take a lot of thought. Yeah. This, like, I watched the show and I instantly knew. Yeah. Like, I asked you that question and I hadn't really thought about it. I just knew my answer.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that's what I am.
Exactly. Because also movies, it's like so broad. There's so many movies.
Yeah.
The girls, there's only so many of them.
Yeah. And they're so different and so the same. Like, I just love that their voices are all the same. And like, I love like there's this TikTok. I don't know if you're familiar with like this man. He always makes these TikToks and they're holding like a cup and it's like it has something random in it and they're making fun of the Kardashians.
I feel like I've definitely seen.
It's so funny because they're always like, yeah. And like, I have to go. I have a thing.
Yeah.
And like, they're like, love you. And like, do that. Like, they don't even hug. They're just like, bye.
You should get the orange soda.
And like,
I'll get the strawberry soda.
It's so good. It's so good. And I love it so much. And I'm just so obsessed with reality TV reality TV in general right now. And a little teaser for you guys is I want to make my birthday party into a reality TV show. And that man is my inspo. I'll find his TikTok and I'll put one in for you guys. Editor.
Honestly, I've just been dealing with so much lately. And it's become like a whole ordeal. Yeah. And I just like, I can't even deal.
It's just this whole deal has become this whole big deal.
Yeah. No, I can't deal.
Yeah.
And it's this big deal. But guess what? I can't deal with that whole ordeal anymore. Like, I'm just like,
I know.
It's become a whole ordeal.
That's the deal. And like, that's the whole deal. And that's what you've been dealt. And that's your deal.
I know.
The editor put it in.
Because isn't he so funny? Did you guys laugh?
Okay, also just a quick point about like reality TV and just like media of that sort, like when you were saying like it doesn't need to exist, but like in today's society, like
it's like it's already here, we might as well watch it.
It's also just like
why would I sit around and hate?
I learned in like one of my classes was just that like the media that's relevant, like it tells us so much about like our society. So I do think it's important, like there is a purpose for it, you know.
I also think like this might be kind of a far-fetched idea, but like having to do with like all of this TV, all of this media just kind of gives renaissance of like how there's so much bad movie. It just shows that like we just got all this money for what?
Yeah,
like, you know, like it's like we lost the plot.
Yeah, true.
Like we're just throwing billions of dollars at trash movies.
True, but not too much on reality TV. That's like low-key genre of choice.
And like the old reality TV, like Kayla really put me on because I never watched growing up because my mom thought it was stupid.
Me and my mom ate
my
that
first one that I like locked in was like a dating show. I think it was in I think it was in COVID.
Like
it
a
might have
Too
been
Hot
like
to Handle.
It might have been Too Hot to Handle. Might have been Love of Blind. It's like I saw one of them, and then I went down a whole rabbit hole. All the Netflix dating shows, and then it's like I turned to Love Island, and then it was like doing this, Survivor, like literally down every single rabbit hole. And the only things I can't really get behind are like your favorites because they're too much drama for me.
I live for the drama.
I live for the drama, but it's like I can't when it's like so like Jersey Shore. I can't do it.
Not too much on Jersey Shore.
Do it. And Vanderpump. I can't.
Not literally.
I can't.
Literally,
it's so
my
chaotic.
tops.
That's what I'm saying. It's your favorites. I can't do it. I remember. I feel like it was in high school. Was it you that liked Big Brother?
Yes.
I couldn't do that one either.
Oh, really? Because Big Brother is literally Survivor, but in a house.
I know.
Like, it's the
I think
same
maybe I
exact
could
thing.
now. I think I could do all of those now, but when I started, it was like I couldn't.
Okay.
I needed it to be so watered down and dumb and explained.
Like, Big Brother is just really intense to keep up with because 3 episodes release a week.
That's why it was overwhelming.
Because
Love Island was super hard for me to start too.
Yeah, every single day.
I didn't watch that till this. Like I didn't watch that one until the new, like this year, that new one with Leah, of course.
Too, yeah.
That was the first time I watched Love Island, and I was so late. It was like almost over by the time I started.
I was late too, but like I managed to catch up because
I almost did.
So good.
I almost caught up because I was just binging. But yeah, it was like so hard for me to get into those shows where it's such deep lore.
Fair.
And then same with Vanderpump. It's like I don't like there's lore before it even starts.
Yeah.
That I can't do all that.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the dating shows, so they spell it all out for you.
True. And it's like everyone's on like the same playing field. Yeah.
That's why I loved Temptation Island. Oh my god.
That's fair, yeah. I haven't seen that.
I need you to
one.
watch it. It's so bad.
It's because now I've geared away from like the dating show reality TVs, and now I'm more into just like a group of people. Like,
yeah. Did you watch The Mole?
No.
Oh my god, I love that. My old celebrity crush, not anymore because now he sucks because he hangs out with Harry Jowsey too much, is Dom. And he was in the first season of Too Hot to Handle with Francesca. Second season. That was in the I'm lying, not Too Hot to Handle. That one that brought them all back. Perfect Match.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yes, he was in that, and he started on The Mole.
Oh.
And there was 2 people from The Mole. It was like him and like this other guy, and they brought them in, and all the other ones were from dating shows, obviously, and they brought them Perfect Match, and I loved him, and he thought he was so sweet boy, and he was like perfect, my type to a T. And then now he sucks. He just hangs out with Harry Jowsey all the time.
This is like on topic but off. Do you remember in Too Hot to Handle when the cockroach like landed on that guy's forehead?
Yes, but I didn't watch that season.
Oh, I just think about that
saw it on TikTok.
all the time.
That guy's on Perfect Match too, right?
I don't really know.
I loved Perfect Match. You know what I really liked, and it's really slept on? Comment down below if you guys know this one. Are You the One?
Oh yeah, I don't. Is this another Netflix
God,
one?
yes.
Okay,
Are You the One really did it for me. Like the other ones I'd casually watch. Like Are You the One, sat down and watched the whole thing. And me and my brother, we were so tapped in, and that's what got him on. Oh wait, I lied to all of you guys. The first one I ever watched was The Bachelorette.
Yes, The Bachelor.
I forgot about The Bachelorette because it fell off.
Yeah,
it's not good anymore. But
Valid.
Remember Bachelor in Paradise?
Yes, that is like I want to go on
peak.
Bachelor in Paradise.
That's what we always said too.
I gotta go
because me and Cole were always like we watched The Bachelorette. Like neither of us were locked in. We were clowning on it, and then we accidentally got locked in, and we loved it. We watched it every Monday, and then he moved out, and then he was watching it with his roommates every Monday, and I was like, "What the heck, you're cheating on me! Like, what is this? Like, you're supposed to be my bestie. Like, you guys are watching The Bachelor without me." And then like he stayed locked in and was watching with his girlfriend like the new seasons, and I kind of wasn't anymore because I was in college and I'm so locked in during school.
Yeah.
I can't even watch
that's
TV.
fair.
Like, I don't have time.
Especially when the episodes come out like every week.
I can't.
It's like I don't.
Because then it's never out when I want to be watching
Exactly.
it. So I'm like, okay, I don't keep up. But then Bachelor in Paradise, we got so into, and we were like, this is awesome because they're always like drunk and messy.
Yes.
And then Are You the One came out. And we watched it because I was like home for the summer, and there's no like drink limit. Everyone's always blacked to freak out. It's very Jersey Shore in that way.
That sounds like a liability.
And yeah, probably. And the whole premise is that all the couples, like, well, they come in not as couples, but all the people take a like test of sorts, a personality test, and then they match them. So they have a perfect match.
Okay.
They have they have a one.
Yes.
They have a one. And then each I don't know, week, each night, I don't know how often it is, they have to couple up. And then they do like a little ceremony thing where they tell you how many couples are right.
Yeah.
Like how many of those are the ones they set them up. So then it creates drama, obviously, because people fall in love.
Exactly.
But they're not the one.
Yeah.
And then they added elements of like you can test to see if you're the one. But it's like only very specific and you have to vote people in. So then there's added drama on top of that because then they know they're not the one, but then they're still coupled up, and it's like we can't win the money if we don't get all matches. Like we want the money. And they're like, but we want the love. Like, and it's so good, and they're always drunk in the like these people have the amazing character. Like they are all so funny.
Yes.
And I love it.
Yes.
And I really recommend it, guys. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I need to check it out.
Yeah. And that's why I like Temptation Island too, because they also are always drunk.
Sorry guys, this episode's really long, but like this
It's not
is just
that long. It's just like I fumbled and I forgot that this isn't the memory card I use every week, and there was already stuff on it and I didn't check before. So that's my bad, guys.
True.
Sorry. It ran out of space. I was mid-sentence about Temptation Island, but I just love it. Every time they have a party in the house, they get drunk.
Yeah, that does seem fire.
Because like in The Bachelor, even at the parties, they don't get drunk.
You can only have like because liability issues.
I know, but
like,
it's
I understand.
like basically I was explaining to Kayla that Temptation Island is basically Love Island, Casa Amor, but all the time.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome because that's the meat of the drama.
Yeah, and then it's like they're not drunk all the time, but it's like they on the party times, like probably on the weekends. So then it always has the shots, and then that's obviously when they're the messiest, and that's when they like cheat on their significant others because they had some tequila.
True. Okay,
awesome.
I need to make my case about Jersey Shore and Vanderpump because
you can try and put me on.
Okay, first, Jersey Shore, like, they do not make TV like that anymore. Like, part of its beauty is that it was made in the early 2000s, and like these
I do love the concept, and I love that they worked somewhere.
It was literally just like six random people who didn't know each other at all, and they just all live in a house in Jersey and party. That's it. And they work at a t-shirt
This is
store.
how I want my birthday party to be.
Yes. And like it's just like it's just so raw, and like they were so real. Like people aren't like that on real because now everyone's just trying to be an influencer after.
I know.
But like this was genuinely like so, and like the stuff that happened on the show, so
and they're like
crazy.
going on it for money. Like a lot of them are like game show esques.
Yeah.
Like even like the ones I was just describing. It's like you got money.
Yeah.
Even Love
but
Island.
literally this like these people just wanted to party. Like that was it, and I love that. But like it's literally so good.
This is like how I feel about old YouTube too. Of like old
Yes.
YouTube, like it's like how we make YouTube videos just because we want to, and then it's like now it's like everyone's making YouTube videos because it's like their job.
Yeah.
Like even the people that started with they want to, like now they gotta keep the lights on.
Yeah.
So it's like it changes a lot. And
That's
you
how I
can,
feel
like,
about
even see it.
Jersey Shore Family Vacation.
Yeah.
Because now they're old, and like a lot of like some of them do other stuff, but it's just like you can tell they're just doing it for like the fans, and like I don't really get into it.
It's that capitalism, man.
Yeah. But like literally, like guys, the Italy season is crazy.
They go to Italy?
Yes, because okay, season 1 they're in the Jersey Shore house, and then season 2 they go to Miami.
Hey,
and then season 3,
I knew about Miami.
Season 3 they're back in Jersey, and then season 4 they go to Italy. And then usually like there's like breaks. Like season 1 it was summer in Jersey, and then they went to Miami for winter.
Okay.
And then like summer again Jersey, and then like winter in Italy or something. But then like season 4 to 5 they just film straight, like they go straight from Italy back to the Jersey Shore house.
Whoa.
Yeah, no breaks or anything. And then like Snooki gets pregnant and she's still on the show for a whole season.
Love.
And she just like it's just like, ugh, guys, there's just so much. Like, first, like, Ron and Sammy, like, the most tumultuous relationship ever, but like I kind of get it, but I don't. Like I don't, but I'm like I guess, but like I don't. Because also like it's obviously not shown on camera, but like they're not just drinking, you know, like they're rolling. Like you know, like Sam and Ronnie, like they rolled and then like they stayed up together all night, and then like that obviously like wasn't filmed, wasn't like shown, and then like the next night like they're both like going, like they're having their come down, and then they get into this really big fight. Yeah,
because I liked that episode I watched at your house where the man just had some random girl over and then
got him.
Like just kicked her out.
Yes,
like they just banged and then he was just like left the room and like went and smoked or something, and then was debriefing.
It was definitely
she was
Mike.
in the bed and they were debriefing and he's like, she's still here, and then went back in and was like, I'll get your Uber or like whatever, and
a taxi, a cab's a here.
I was just like,
yeah. See, that's what I'm like these people are just like genuinely like made for the show. Yeah. It's also a lot of the stuff they do is problematic, and like I don't want to like take away from that.
I think that's why we like it. Like,
yes.
That's why you watch that kind of stuff. It's because it's not your life.
Exactly.
Like, you're not watching reality shows for relatability.
Exactly.
That's why you're watching the PP Pod.
True.
You relate to us.
Yeah. Because, like, a lot of the stuff they say is, like, so not okay. Like, they call, like, ugly girls grenades, and then they call, like, fat ugly girls landmines. Yeah.
I think I've heard this grenade slang before.
Yeah. And then, like, yeah, it's just so funny. And, like,
that's crazy because a hottie's a bombshell.
Yeah, right?
The bomb terminology,
they
I'm a little
it.
confused.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just like a lot of like body shaming and like a lot of misogyny from the men, yes. Yeah. And like they are like genuinely terrible to some of the girls sometimes, but man, I cannot stop watching. Like it's crazy. And that's how I feel about like season 1 and season 2 of Vanderpump, also so raw. Like as the show progressed, it got like not worse, but it just wasn't like season 1, season 2. Like it was actually crazy. And it's because like in Vanderpump in the beginning, like the group they followed, that was genuinely like an already established friend group. Like they were friends before they started the show. So like all the drama and all the like friend group incest, like that was just so real and raw. And it's also like the Vanderpump bitches, they were also on drugs though, like a lot of the time. So it was crazy. But like I just get like, also me as a person, I feel like I just get really like emotionally invested in these things. So that's why I care so much. Like my girl Dina on Jersey Shore, I ride for her so hard. Because when they go to Italy, she's like, she made out with like this girl who's twins with this other girl that Mike was hooking up with, like at the club. And then like she was just like having fun, like making out with her. I don't know if she's like bi or whatever, but then like she brings the girl back home and then they're just like making out in the bed, and then she like goes away for a sec, and then the girl hops in Vinny's bed because her, Vinny, and Polly share a room. And then she's like, and obviously they're all drunk, so it's like messier. And then she like grabs the girl like out of Vinny's bed, and she's like, I'm not done with you. And then like they start like back in Dina's bed, and then after a while Dina's like, I'm over this, you can go back to Vinny. So then the girl hops back over to Vinny's bed, and then like all while this is happening, the guys are being really mean and being like, lesbian is Dina, and they're just like being like straight up homophobic, because it's like, and also like it was the early 2000s, like different time, and Dina was just like in her confessional during this, she was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not lesbian. But then, like, there was another part
that makes me
when
sad.
They went to, like, Miami or something. Or no, not Miami. But they went somewhere and, like, Dina and, like, Snooki, like, I'm pretty sure they fucked. Like,
let's go.
Yeah. And
gays,
then it's also, there was another time where Dina brought home a man, and then Vinny and Polly were giving her such shit about it, being like, I want to go to sleep, but there's a man in my room. But they bring home girls every single night.
Like, shut
so
up.
it's like not too, and then like Dina yells at them because she's like, you guys are being so mean to me, blah, blah, blah. And then like her man like leaves because like she's yelling, and it's just like not too much on my girl Dina. Like,
so, like,
she's a blast and a half. That's it. She's a party. She's a walking holiday.
I love that.
Yeah,
I like this.
Yeah, it gets messy because also JWoww came into the show with a boyfriend, Tom, but he sucks. And then she be getting up on Pauly D, but they don't like. It doesn't show on camera.
I also
they
love
do
their
anything.
names.
Yeah, JWoww.
JWoww.
But then she's like, nah, I can't. I have a man. And then it's like after she got rejected, Polly was like, oh, like, what a skank, like, you know, like cheating on her man. But it's like, you were gonna too. Like, you knew she had a man. And then, like, but
That's
later.
like in college when girls go to college with their boyfriend.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. But, like, later, Tom and her, like, break up in a really messy way. And then, like, since she's on the show, he was, like, at her house. And he, like, took all her money, took a watch that she got for graduation, took her, like, hard drives, and, like, left her dogs in that house, like, empty and alone. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But then her new man freaking sucked too, because he's Roger and he's like really big guy and he's just like aggressive and like he like fully pushed her one time and like no one and like they all glaze Roger because he's just like big and buff.
Duh.
Yeah, but I can't lie, Polly is like really silly. Like he sucks, but like come on,
I need
guys.
to watch it because now I need to like put a name to the face.
Yes,
Like,
and
I don't
also
know who these
like
people are.
You know how people love Snooki? Like season 1, literally she was gonna like almost go home because the first night she got like really drunk and she was just like being messy and then all the boys were like, that's such a turn off, like she's too drunk. And then she was gonna like dead ass go home because she thought everyone hated her.
Aww.
But it's like, Snooki, you are Jersey
Poor
Shore.
girl queen.
Yeah. But then Snooki gets into a toxic
dating
relationship.
show. Like I remember Leah, like when she got off of Love Island, was just talking about like how so many times she was crying to the producers, like I can't do this anymore. And like Rob was like genuinely going to leave when he said he was gonna leave.
Yes, and then
I was and then he
the
goes in
pool.
the pool.
Yeah.
And I was like, I literally think I would leave.
I would too if I got like the slightest hint that like someone hated me or something, like I couldn't do it.
Yeah, especially like on Love Island might be different because there's all the girlies and like I think I would
you
click
have
with
like
the
your
girlies.
friends. Yeah.
But on like Temptation Island,
Yeah,
like
right.
you're trying. First of all, your goal as like one of these girlies is to break up a relationship already messed up, and 2, you have to just or to help them on their journey. So you're trying to be their friend. I can't be friends with with 4 men who suck. Like I already have like 2 male friends, but it's like how am I supposed to only be friends with men and they're also bad people?
Yeah.
And they also cheat on their girlfriends.
Yeah.
And like this one girl, I love her because she clocks him to his face and she's like, you suck. Like, you're a bad boyfriend. Like, you're cheating on her. You're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. And she's like, I'm not going to go on a date with you. And I was like, yes.
Yes.
But then half the girls, they're either delusional because they're like, I'm also looking for love. It's like, you're not going to find it here, sweetie.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a man with a girlfriend. Or they're like, just here to play around, which is what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But that sucks.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
It's just like I would not want to be in that position to like break someone up because it's
and
like
then even if I was the couple, it's like boom, now I'm a girly and I'm only with 3 other girls and all these dudes. Even if I don't cheat on my man, I'm just supposed to be friends with all these dudes that are trying to sleep with me.
Yeah.
No.
Also,
hell no.
I just know I couldn't hang because like the producers would like spin it and I'd be like on TikTok live crashing out like, I never actually said these things, like that is not my truth. Like
that's so true.
Yeah. I'd break every like, you know, Kane or Cam from Love Island, the British one, like how he was just being like, oh, that's not true.
The clout chasing too.
Like me, I'd break every NDA, not get paid, but like my truth needs to be out there.
I agree. I would also do that.
Yeah, I'd be like, actually, she didn't say this.
This is gonna ruin my chances because I decided, you guys can look out for this TikTok, because I decided that my bit of this month is that every time I'm drunk, instead of drunk texting a person I know, I'm gonna drunk text a celebrity. The other people,
be like, I know you're in a show that's called This Could Be Us, but like, what if this could be us?
Everyone also,
you're kind of eating right now.
Am I eating?
Yeah, you are.
My man isn't answering.
Yeah, I was gonna say what happened to the man.
So that I stop getting myself into these sticky situations. And that way, maybe I bag a baddie. But I'm ruining my chances by telling you guys this tea, because I think that now if this podcast ever gets famous and they see it, they're not going to answer my DMs. But if I were to ever bag a baddie, I'm telling all of you.
Oh, duh.
I'm going on TikTok Live. I'm telling you.
Duh.
You're getting measurements. Like,
literally.
You're getting full debrief. You're getting receipts. Like, you're getting everything.
Yeah.
And now they're not going to answer my DMs. So, guys, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I said that. But then also, like, if I dated a celebrity like Zach Bryan and Brianna Chicken Fry, like I wouldn't take the money either. I'm coming on my podcast and I'm telling all of the tea.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, he said this one time. He said this one time. Like he actually did this. He actually did this. Like he made me lie. This one. Like I'm pulling up my receipts. Like I'm doing all that. Like you can't pay me to sign an NDA. Yeah. Like literally, Vinny Hacker slides into my DMs and then he's like, you have to sign an NDA. Sorry, Vinny. Yeah. Like I'm posting your receipts.
Who's you? Do I know you?
Yeah, but obviously after.
Duh, not before.
Not before.
Yeah,
not before. Come on now. Come on now. I want like my goal in life is to be like those grandmas that is like I had sex with Elvis.
Yes,
that's my goal in life. Yes, honestly. And like you might be watching this and be like, wow, bop. Don't care.
Yeah,
have your opinions.
You would do it too. Come on.
Yeah, like I just think like as a girl in my 20s, like that's my mentality right now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna be watching this back when I'm 30. I'm gonna be like, what are you talking about? But yeah, right now, like that sounds hilarious.
Yeah,
I love having a plot.
Literally.
Why have a plot with a dumb frat boy from my school when I could have a plot with Vinny Hacker?
Exactly. Like, girl, yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on. You would do it too.
Oh, yeah.
Girlies that sympathize, like this video.
For real. If you relate, give it a like.
Give it a like. Because I'm tired of the hate.
Oh, yeah.
This is who I am.
For real. This is our truth.
This is our truth. Yeah. Ugh, I'm sad you're not single. You can't do it with me.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll just tell you what.
I get one hall pass. Just one. I gotta pick carefully.
Only one. Okay. Our video's kind of long.
Yeah.
So I guess we can wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Don't leave me a hate comment because I'll cry.
For real. And like, just watch Jersey Shore and Vanderpump. Yeah. And like, Are You the One? Like, give these shows a watch and let us know what you think.
This is one of my favorite episodes we recorded just because like we were just being yapping.
Yeah.
But these are the episodes that scare me the most because then we're just our true colors. And then I'm like, now I'm scared if they pick me apart. Because when they pick me apart and it was like I was just doing a hot take for the TikTok.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever.
This was my truth.
This was my truth. I know.
Guys, no, the producer skewed it. I didn't say it.
Why'd
they framed it like that.
Why'd they cut it like that? Oh my God. Okay, bye.
Bye.